Lance is cutting sample pieces for building the gable end in.
Yep. That'll work.
He's going to work on that.
Yep.
And I'm going to work on my least favorite job.
Sand, baby, sand.
Sanding. A never-ending job. Anyway, I'll work on the opposite end while he's doing that one.
If you get that done, I can power wash today, and then we can...
Oh, if I get the whole house done today, you mean?
Oh, yeah, you'll be done.
Huh?
Yeah, you'll get the whole thing done today.
Yeah. Well, you could come down and help me, and then we probably would get the whole thing done today.
You want me to?
It wouldn't kill you.
I don't care.
Oh, I got it on video too, man.
I don't mind sanding it at all.
Okay.
If you want to close this in, I'll sand it.
Oh, I don't want to close it in. I'll be cutting wood while you're closing in. It's easier without the floor in.
That's right. It is.
Because we would have to be bended way over.
Don't have the floor in yet, but we're getting close. Once I power wash this and we stain, we're going to stain the beams and everything underneath.
Well, my handsome man is helping me, and I'm so glad. This is a rough job.
We've already sprayed and cleaned the whole outside of the house. And now we're getting ready to spray and clean the inside of the house. I'll get my backpack on and kind of show you how I'm doing it. All right, once we get that done, I'm going to close in the gable ends. I'll show you all how I'm doing that. With that tongue and groove. I'm glad we did the 6-pitch, because that 6-pitch, some were asking, we put that 6-pitch on each log so we wouldn't have to piece all this in here. We just laid it right on the roof. And man, there's not going to be any trim we got to do inside or anything doing it that way. Howdy, lady.
Hey.
Closing in the gable.
All right. Looking good.
I'll put another board here. And one right there. And we're going to go vertical. We're going vertical.
Sounds like a plan.
straight edges. That ain't easy to figure, the 6 pitch when you ain't got no straight edges.
Right. That's what makes it an art form instead of science.
Right. Oh, look at that. Did you get a shot of that beautiful thing?
I did.
And I'm putting 1 screw in the center of these. No. Because this stuff is going to shrink some probably still. And I don't want it to split it all up. I got to go around this log.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
That'll be fun. Hopefully we'll have that little tool tomorrow.
Let me get down. Oh, here's my tool. Piece of paper and scissors. That's how I've been doing it right there, boys. I've been going like that and just looking at it and chit.
One of those little tools will make it so much faster.
Yeah, I know.
Get a little bit better view of what he's doing. This is the first layer of wood, live edge. And then he's going to put another layer over top of that to cover the gaps. I think it'll be pretty. With the blue in it, it's really going to make a little bit of a contrast with our logs. So hopefully it'll look good. That one fits good.
This was a tricky one.
I see that.
Here we go.
That's pretty. You almost don't need any screws on that one.
Nope, no screws. One more thin board. Put one in there that's no wider than 4 3/4. Well guys, early morning. The old cabin's coming along good. I'm closing the gable ends. Let me go out here and show you. I think Cinda shot a couple pictures of this yesterday. But boy, it's turning out pretty. And the wood, my gosh, it's beautiful. It's got the blue through it.
So it's cooler out. Boys are out here helping us this morning for just a little while. What do you think, Indy? Is Daddy doing a good job?
This is what we're talking about. Verbosa. Cinda bought me some new toys. This is how I got that angle. You just put this back to flat. And take that. Just shove that right up in there. Look at there.
That looks like a nose.
It's almost as big as my nose.
It does look like yours.
But anyway, that's working. That's helping a little bit.
And it has a lock on it too, doesn't it? So you can lock it where it's supposed to be.
Yeah, it's got a lock on the side here where you pull that out, and then these don't move.
Yeah. Anyway, there's
a
cheap tool that works good.
Yeah, I got that one, then there's a small one. I don't know, $17 or something like that. But anyway, that's what I'm going to use.
Daddy doing up there, you guys?
Huh?
They want to know what you're doing up there, Dad.
What am I doing, Indy?
See, Daddy looks like a squirrel up in the tree, doesn't he, Indy? Does he look like a squirrel up there in that tree? You're trying to figure out how you got up there. Are you falling asleep? I think you're falling asleep, you silly boy. How you falling asleep with all this noise? Look at them sleepy eyes.
That'll close that up. Another 9 and make it 6 inches tall.
Okay. Where's that one coming? Is that one coming out all right though?
Huh? Yeah.
Can you scoot it over more and still cover?
Uh-huh.
That looks better right there.
All right.
Is 6 inches tall still gonna work?
Yeah.
Okay. 9 inches wide, 6 inches tall.
Yep.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
How am I gonna get that?
It's gonna be tricky.
You want to really see how fast I am?
I think you've been out in the sun too long.
I almost fell off.
Got our little hummingbird feeder right here.
I know, we're scaring them all.
Yeah, we're gonna have to hurry because they're hanging around wanting their dinner.
I want their juice.
Lunch or whatever.
How do I do this?
Ooh, watch your fingers.
How do I do this?
Yeah, I don't, no. Coffee in it.
Uh-huh. I got coffee, cheesecake.
Okay. Made some cheesecake. Having it with a cup of coffee here. With blackberries and blueberry syrup. Enough?
Yeah, over.
It's gonna be yummy.
Nice. I can't wait. Well, we're getting ready to stain the cabin, and there was a couple spots that had mold on it. And I said I was going to do it this way, and Cinda said, no, do it this way. And I said, no. And that's what happened when you talk back to her. You get a nice big fat lip. Now, really, I was sanding with this, and I was a dummy and held onto it with one hand, and I bumped the soffit part, and it fell out of my hand, arm length, and hit me in the face.
And he didn't have his face shield on. Yeah.
Anyway.
That's the way it goes sometimes.
We'll show you some staining here in just a minute. We're going to get it all mixed up, and we got to get her stained.
We got the cabin all ready to stain. And so we've got about 3 or 4 days of no rain. And it's not super hot. So we're getting ready to stain. What we've decided to use is this Outlast Q8 log oil. And we chose it because it's not just a stain, but it actually is a wood preservative. It helps keep it from molding, rotting. It also helps protect against termites. and other bugs that eat wood. We chose a natural base. We got it from Western Log Supply, and they were super nice to work with. They gave us a lot of pointers. They answer their phone when you call them, and very helpful about answering questions. They'll also send you samples of different colors that you can actually use on your, the wood that you're using, so you can make sure what color it's going to be. And those are only like $2 a piece, and they'll credit you that back if you buy the stain from them. So that was helpful because, when you're buying 5 or 10 gallons of stain, you want to make sure you got the right color. We're also using an additive. You put this actually in the stain itself, and it's the Outlast No Bug Stuff. And what that's for, it's a time-release insect repellent. It's all natural with botanical ingredients. Smells nice. You just mix it in with the paint, and that's to help repel other bugs that don't eat the wood, like ants and roaches and carpenter beetles, things like that, spiders, to help keep them off of your house. So we're going to try that out too.
Another thing that's important about everybody that builds pressure-treated decks, the greenwood, they have a warranty, like Lowe's puts a warranty on their greenwood, but most people don't know that you have to use this brand and coat the ends of your deck to keep them from rotting out.
Anywhere you saw it.
Yep, anywhere you saw it, you have to coat it. And if you don't, they will ask you if you used Outlast. This is the only one that they give that warranty with. Yep. So we just thought we'd throw that out there. Because a lot of decks now, the wood they make don't last unless you coat all the soft spots.
Yeah, we made that mistake on the deck on our house, yeah, and it didn't last no time at all.
Replace the whole thing.
Yep.
I guess we don't have to, well, I want to cover all that. Oh, that's going to look pretty, huh?
Mm-hmm.
How nice that goes on.
So you just do that, and then I'll follow and brush it a little bit if, yeah, there's any runs or anything.
Yeah.
I guess you don't really need to do too much brushing if it's just soaking in, though, right?
It didn't say you had to brush, it just said if you needed to, you
yeah,
could do it.
Well, that soaks in fast, doesn't it?
Boy, look at it. That's good, though.
Yeah. And the thing is, you're supposed to put on in one coat as much as it'll take, because you can't go back, after it dries, because it seals it and it won't soak in anymore. So you do one good coat, and then you have to wait about a year before you recoat it.
A year or two.
Yeah, then after that, it'll be several years before you have to recoat it, depending on your weather and stuff. I like the color, that's pretty.
Look good. It's gonna look good. Oh, it's soaking in.
Mm-hmm.
Should I hit that again, do you think?
Probably. It says put on as much as it'll take without running.
I don't see no runs, do you?
Mm-mm.
We don't want to short it, that's for sure. Nice.
It's pretty easy.
That's easier than the stuff we had it.
Oh yeah.
On our house on Lowe's.
Yeah, because it
Lowe's
ran real bad. It didn't soak in good.
This stuff's awesome.
smells real pretty too with that.
Oh, it
Smells
does,
like
doesn't it?
citronella or orange or something.
What do you think? Good?
And you can also clean this up with soap and water if you want to,
Yeah.
which is nice. Makes
It
it
wipes
easier.
right off your hands.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna get a brush and follow him up here.
Very good. Oh, I hit it up there.
Yes, you did.
Give me that rag. I need another hand. Pump this, hold this, and spray this.
Really?
Well, for everybody that's watching, this tin's going to come off right to there.
Yeah.
I'm not going to leave that overhang like that far out.
It's nice today though, because that lets us still stain that. We would have been able to stain it earlier with the, would have got wet. We don't have our little end caps on the front of the fascia either, up under the peak of the roof. We're going to do some fancy little covers, I think. At least that's the plan. You're going to be tired tonight, sir.
Maybe a little bit. It's still got a little bit on there. Oh, I bet I did that while I was doing this.
You're working. And a doe came by. All their babies following them. Two does and two fawns.
It is.
Yeah, oh, he's a nice.
Right there.
There's another one. Oh, look at him through the woods. Oh, he's pretty. Nice little buck.
It's like a 6 point maybe.
Can't tell.
Oh my, look at it. See how he stops? I stop him all the time, making very good.
Sounds like somebody's choking a chicken to me.
Looks like a 4 or 5 point.
Mm-hmm.
He's a nice size one though.
We sure got plenty of deer up here, I tell you.
I bet you guys thought I was doing all this staining.
You were doing the hard part.
I hired this lady to help me.
Yeah, but I don't have to do much, just the underneath. And the logs I haven't even been doing much of. Climbing through, mostly in the fascia.
Yeah, all the logs, we never had a run on them. They soak it up so good.
There's another bug abandoned shit.
Yeah, and all the bugs are leaving because of that bug stuff we put in with our stain. That is a must. Because the granddaddies were covering this thing and they're just going, they're running.
Yeah, they're leaving. Alrighty. That's pretty good.
That is. I just got to go along and do this front fascia right here. And we'll be about done. We'll have to go to what next?
Huh?
What do we go to next? Probably the floor?
The floor, yeah.
Yeah.
Putting the plywood down so we can get that wall up in there.
Yep.
I'll put the bathroom wall up and then the windows and doors.
We've got the floor joists, remember we made out of our own trees. And so I'm going to go under there and spray all those from the bottom up. and make sure they're covered good so they're preserved. But it's looking good. We finished the staining. And boy, I tell you what, that stain we used is the best stain I've ever used. And notice what it says there. Water repellent, wood preservative. They're the only ones that I know of that has a wood preservative. If you go to Lowe's or Home Depot, their stains, they're not like this. And this stuff will clean up with soap and water. It'll wipe right off your arms. It'll wipe off, you can let it sit on your brushes, in your pump up sprayer, and you don't have to worry about it drying. I mean, you can't leave it in there indefinitely probably, but anyway, boy, did it turn out good. I love how we closed in the gable end. We had a few suggestions on that. We was going to do it horizontal or vertical, and I'm glad we went vertical. Anyway, we'll show you some more in a bit. But buy that stain, I'm telling you, and get the wood repellent, bug repellent that goes in it. And it's from Western Log Home Supply. These guys, I'm telling you, a guy named Todd, he's an expertise at knowing what you need, what kind of stuff to give you, and how much to get. And they're just super customer service friendly. There you go. And my little jacks, these dudes are working so good. I'm glad we put them in there. I let them down every 2 to 3 days, and you can hear creaking just a little bit on the wood. So it's, the house is settling. I'm gonna go eat some lunch and we'll get back to you. Well, Cinda is putting in the vents that go under the soffit. That'll help vent the air up through the roof.
And they are tight.
They're not gonna come out, are they?
No. Unless the wood shrinks a lot. You gotta have just a special kind of bit to go in there to start with.
Yeah.
They're still tight.
You gotta buy a bit that comes with these things, because they're a millimeter, and the regular bits they sell at Lowe's and everywhere, they're just not the right size. Other side all done?
No, I started over here.
Oh, okay. She's got quite a few of them done. You can see them here. We'll put a bunch in. We got, what, 2 in between every joist?
Yeah.
Yep.
And then it vents out through the top through that.
Yeah. It vents out through the top cap, and there's vents up there that the metal company give us that goes along the top edge where all the heat comes out. Anyway, that's what Cinda's doing. Let me go inside. I'll show you what partly I did today after we got done staining. I was gonna put this in earlier just to keep my floor joists from bouncing, and they were good and solid, but you could see them move just a hair. But I know my tongue and groove plywood would strengthen the foil up, but I decided, you know what, we got a 22-foot log, so we milled it flat on both sides. Cinda did. I say we, she did it. And then I got bracing, and I got all the floor joists dead on, so the floor's going to be good and solid now. So anyway, that's kind of what I was doing. That'd be easier to do now than try to put that in there after the floor's all down and later on. So tomorrow we're going to put down our 5/8 plywood tongue and groove, and we'll have the floor in. And then we can start building the walls for the bathroom. And I can get all the doors, start putting them in, and the windows. It's coming together. Hey lady, what are you doing outside my kitchen window?
Peeking at you. You need another fat lip?
Oh yeah. She gave me a fat lip. Well, she didn't, but I give myself a fat lip over there. You'll see that in one of the videos.
Actually, if you listen to your wife though, you wouldn't have had a fat lip. Somebody told you to put
Here, let me shut this video off.
Somebody told you to put your visor on when he was using that angle grinder.
Right. Yeah, if I'd had my visor on that I should have had on when I dropped the grinder, it wouldn't have hit me in the lip. But oh well. You live and learn, don't you? Anyway, we'll see y'all tomorrow.